Or Band-Aids.
I know there's a bell.
Chris, do you have Band-Aids?
Oh yeah, you need one? Sorry, I don't have one, but I know people do.
It up real fast who they were gonna try and
somebody might get blindsided.
I really think they might.
Things are definitely heating up, but I'm really glad I was on the captains originally. These guys are ride or die, you know.
I heard somebody say that Taylor had told Rebecca that they were working together, but then it was a unanimous vote to get Rebecca out, so obviously she flipped there. Yeah. And the first thing I do to a flipper is flip them back and get rid of them.
For sure. Rachel was gunning for Jill. I'm kind of saddling my horse to Jill and Lexi and Maddie. Tide turns, we're getting Rachel out next round. That's how it's got to go. She's shady. I think she could try to get them against me, and it would just be shitty.
I really want to work with Rachel, honestly. And so I've been surprised that she hasn't come up to me yet, because her automatic assumed allies would be Dale and Matt, and both of them are gone already. So I'm waiting to see who she's gonna reach out to and what her next move is gonna be.
Maddie and Lexi, Jillian are the ringleaders.
I'm curious because I feel not a lot of people approach me about things, and I think part of that is a lot of people are playing a low-key game, and I think some people are intimidated by the trio of me, Jill, and Maddie, which is fair.
But I do think people are definitely regarding y'all three as a trio, which is I'm trying to not spend great time with them.
Let's make moves. Let's get out big players.
Do you know who your plans are regarding them? Yes, because they're both strong players. I don't know if I'd want to keep both of them until the merge.
If other people aren't willing to take the chance to break the three of them up, or if they're not willing to break each other up, to make moves, then they're just going to coast until the end. It's kind of a boring game to me. So hopefully people will start spicing things up a little.
It's always good to have some people don't do what you want. Yeah, and get rid of them later.
Basically, our next vote out, I think, is going to be more when people really have to start making some tough decisions and figuring out what kind of game they want to play.
I feel overall the next round, I don't have strong feelings right now. Yeah, I could be convinced of a couple different scenarios. I'm trying to decide if it's best to keep going with people that are easy to pick off, or if it's time to try and get blood on my hands and make a bigger move.
I think what scares me on my tribe is the lack of talking sometimes. I wonder if it's because too many people are trying to play under the radar. I'm just worried about if I make it to the merge, what kind of individual game I want to play. The other tribes are put out by how they're playing, so I'm not sure if I want to interact with those folks yet.
That was one of the hardest votes I've ever had to cast, because I love Nora and we've worked so well in the past together. I truly thought that my name was going to be on there. I'm learning that there is a plan. I'm not necessarily privy to the plan. It just makes me sound dumb and I'm floating around, but I feel I'm part of it. And this did solidify great trust in me, Eric, and Emily. I feel resoundingly good about that. I feel I can calm down a little bit. My head is out of the clouds.
I was surprised to see my name. Apparently, Emily threw my name out to Nora as a scapegoat, but no one told me that beforehand. It's definitely made me a little bit weary and made me realize I have an alliance, but maybe I need to start looking into other options too.
We have a pretty tight 5. Of those 5, I have top 2 with 3 of them.
If you do anything that you need, I can give you that
1,000. At this point, I'm not trying to be the mastermind. I kind of am masterminding some things, but no one can think that. I'm just gonna like minion around instead of calling some of the shots out. Reasonable shots.
I feel like I'm in a really good spot. I've got Eric, I've got Sean, I've got Hannah, I've got Taylor. They've been voting with me and they've been leading some of the votes that are actually like working out in my best interest. I'm surprised they aren't trying to like make more connections and keep more people, but I'm not gonna question it because it's working out in my favor.
I just know they're gonna like Emily's I mean, she's my best friend, but she's gonna try that.
I think we're probably going to do a switch before we go to try. Like a try swap. Yeah, I think so too.
Depending on what happens this round, we can talk again after.
I feel good with where I'm at, but the second we switch, all of that comfort is just gonna go right out the window.
But that's what reminded me of the movie.
Yeah.
But she definitely needs pretty patterns. Yeah, just pretty to the top. Because again, I think it's really they are gamer girls. Wait. That's what I'm perceiving. And I see Rachel on there.
Immunity is back up for grabs. This challenge is called Bombs Away. The kings are going to be on this side of the cones. The captains are going to be on this side of the cones. You each have an equal number of tennis balls on either side. The bins, there are 3 of them on each side. If you score a point in a bin on the other side, that ball cannot be moved from the bin. So you'll get 2 points for anything you score in any of the bins. On my go, you'll have 4 minutes to get as many balls from one side to the other as you can. At the end of those 4 minutes, whatever team has the least amount of balls on their side wins the challenge.
So this might be.
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys 1 more minute to strategize.
Wait until there's 4 seconds left.
But don't start collecting until like the last 30 seconds, because then they're gonna know.
If you have all of them on one side, if you just fucking like toss them everywhere.
This is for immunity. It is bombs away. Drivers ready? Go! Both tribes have similar strategies going into it. I don't know if there's been any baskets yet. We're at 3:30.
Alright, still a team strategy!
Emily's getting feisty.
Yeah, they're doing it.
We came up with that too, but we didn't want to do it.
Alright.
Good for you guys.
Are we still playing? Okay, we're gonna pause. Congrats, guys. You guys broke my game. Give me a second.
So it turns into a 30 second.
The only difference is that I'm setting a timer on my phone, and I'm not going to tell you how much time it is. I will just say, done! And then wherever the balls are, that's the end of the challenge. Revise. Bombs away. Survivors ready? Go! Let's see what the new strategies are for each team. Both teams look to be pretty equal at the moment. This round has a lot less going out of bounds. It looks like the teams have figured out a strategy to keep it on the other side. Oh, it looks like Alan's targeting Taylor.
Yeah, what? Put him in there.
It looks like the captains have the edge at the moment. Kings have locked in a point. Now it's looking a little bit more even. This challenge could go either way. Done! Drop your balls. Yeah, Kings! Yeah! Captains join the tribal council.
Nice job.
I think the tennis court's rapidly becoming my least favorite spot. We did a challenge. It was going so well. We had such a great strategy. I'm literally all the cheating strategy. It's just a good strategy.
Our whole team is pretty much on the same boat, and then us against them kind of mentality at this point. Currently, we're trying to preserve the one number that we know that we had on that tribe, which is Rachel.
We were trying to find a way to give Rachel immunity.
Matt has found the idol.
Have it written.
Yes, but we read it if you want.
The idol comes with instructions, though, saying you can't play it for yourself, then Matt can give it to Rachel. Rachel would have to get someone else to play it for her.
If Rachel knows she's on the bottom of the totem pole, who needs to decide who is at the bottom of that alliance and say, hey, once I'm gone, you're out.
Oh, that is a strategy.
If we could save Rachel, that would be really lovely because I know she's on the bottom at this point. She's the only one of them that I want to play with. Fingers crossed.
Well, I just really don't like the other team.
Well, especially you don't.
Oh yeah, they voted me out. I should be against them even more.
Then we have several hours of team play left. So like, she's
Okay. Should I have one? Okay. I don't think we have much proof. I have a hunch. Where did you get the hunch from? Like, her, like, demeanor after, like, sneaking around. But,
Okay.
I mean, she's getting and we attend an install trial. Just watch she solves the shit. If she comes up. Nothing. Like, I don't know.
She's talking about the yellow team for the idol.
Of course she is. So we're voting her out. Yeah, cool. She's on the team that we still have all day as a team.
I'm definitely next. I'm 99% sure nobody's talking to me about anything that's going on, so I think my name's on the chopping block next. We'll see if maybe some people want to actually make moves.
My concern is that I told Mackenzie that Alan told me that Rachel was working with the yellow team. And then Rachel just directly came up to me and was like, if you vote me out, like, I'm gonna have the idol and you're gonna have to vote somebody else out. So it makes me think that she was told that it was me that said that. I'm gonna have it then one of you all will be going home. Perfect. So people say desperate words when they know they're about to go. Is she actually going to have it before tribal council?
Because I can make a decision for all of you.
Let me think. She wants me to give her a name. So maybe I will. I don't know. Let me think. I'm going to find my sunglasses and take a moment. What's going on? But she just like directly approached me in the kitchen and was like, if you guys like don't decide on voting somebody else out, I'm going to have the idol by tribal council.
I think she's bluffing. I mean, I think she might be working with the yellow team who had a head start in looking for the idol. So we're all looking for Rachel. Except for Rachel, who's looking for a random person.
I mean, she's over there talking to the other 4 people. Anything could be happening right now.
Lexi and Mackenzie, they're gonna work us. If for whatever reason, like Rachel has an idol, it's gonna fall on us.
I mean, as long as we have a fallback. All right, let's go over there and play nice.
Rachel comes up. Rachel says that before tribal council, she's going to have the idol in her hand. It looks like she collaborated with the kings to figure out where it is. They're talking to somebody, like a backup vote going on somebody. So,
Who's that person?
Name I heard is Chris. I'm happy to do Chris. I don't think that's the power move. I don't think that's the right move for your future. I think that I got a pretty okay handle on my future. But I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
But that's what's being said right now. I'm skeptical. It's a good, bold move. She's trying to do something. She's trying to egg everybody into getting a little antsy and doing something.
We'll see.
We will see. We'll see. Everybody else scattered. I don't know what they're going to do. Just giving you what I know. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Do you have it?
Really, you just heard it to me. So,
Appreciate it.
just so you know.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
If I were to get voted off, it'd be an absolute blindside. Cut to me getting voted off, I'm sure. Right now, in this moment, I think I'll make it to the village.
Just the longest 10 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time.
Welcome back to Tribal Council. Sorry to say. I noticed a shift. After this last round, it seemed like everything was a bit more frantic, and you came into Tribal Council with kind of a solemn energy. Tess, is that correct in my read?
Yeah, I think that's true. I think the game's starting to get more serious, and we're all still trying to act as a team, but like there's definitely a more solemn energy to it.
Lexi, have you noted a change in the tone of the group?
Yeah, there's been a change, but I still think that there's a decent amount of group trust and group empathy, and like everyone's willing to like talk to each other and figure out like a way forward.
As we get later into the day, Maddie, how has your gameplay shifted?
The day is long. We're playing a lot today, and depending on like if the merge falls tonight or tomorrow, like it's looming closer and closer either way. So it's just kind of like trying to think in the future, but everything is also happening so quickly that you have to be on your toes, and there is no such thing as like a long game plan with this many people still in play.
Rachel, how are you facing your vote tonight?
Well, I'm going home unless what I'm going to do happens.
What are you going to do?
You'll see. But, so I need you all to know that when the split vote was talking, they threw Chris's name out. And so Chris shouldn't feel like he's part of the team. If they were willing to sacrifice Chris, potentially.
We know where the idol is. We know she's going to get it. We all need to make a hard choice about who we're going to vote for now. And I think that's really tough. But I think I've shown myself to be a good team player, and I've talked to people about, you know, when I hear things, and I try to hope that everyone can do the same for me. And so I think I've proved myself to this group, and I think I'd love to keep playing with you.
Can I assume that you were going to vote for Rachel then?
In the early stages.
And now your vote has changed?
Yeah, maybe.
It seems like it might be a group unified against Rachel.
What I will say is that it's not a unified vote against Rachel, it's a unified vote against giving the yellow team an advantage.
What's the advantage you're giving them?
Gaining a member after the merge.
So you think if Rachel stays in the game, she's flipping to yellow?
No one has ever given me the reason to trust any of them. They don't talk to me about anything.
You don't talk to us either. I like
do.
literally like you. The first thing that you did when that game ended was talk to their team. You didn't talk to us, and like
Because
before
I knew I was-
even
I've
that game
been on the
ended,
bench.
you haven't talked
As
to
soon as
anyone.
Dale got up, I was
You haven't
next.
talked to me for like a second,
That's
and I've been telling people left and right that I would be willing to work with you, and I haven't heard a word.
Why haven't you come to me then? If you were willing to work, and I went to Mackenzie, I went to Maddie, I've been to Chris, I've been to Tess.
Because you didn't want to work with me. Because you were talking to everyone else except for me.
You were talking to everybody else except for me. Why is it double standard?
I think in these cases it's always a two-way street, and like the onus is on it's both on you and the other person always for not building.
But I'm just saying, I didn't feel like you all wanted me in the game. So why?
But did you try to talk to everybody?
I tried to talk to
I don't
as
think
many
you tried
people.
to talk to
we
everybody.
had 15 minutes, and I had to
But
look at my clues.
before that, it's been a game that's been happening for like hours now. And like you've only been talking to a very small handful of people.
I think it's time to vote.
Yeah. Damn it. It's gone. They already got it. I was hoping it was going to be in here, but it's on. They already found. Oh, this is where the votes go. I'm like so anxious now.
Rachel hasn't made any moves, ever talked to me, so if she ever says that she tried to talk to everyone, she did not. She's not tried every avenue. She was sitting around not talking to people for a long time. So my vote is just a buffer vote in case anything gets played.
I think everybody's panicking. I'm trying to stay calm and hold the course. And I really honestly don't think that Rachel has an idol. I was originally going to put a backup vote on somebody else, but I think everybody panicked and is putting backup votes on people. And I think that like everybody should be worried right now.
Well, this is rough. Rachel's going to play her idol, so I'm going with the only vote that I think makes sense. This might fuck me.
I voted for Lexi.
If anyone has an idol they would like to play, I'll be happy to do so.
I gotta check.
I know it's gone, but
Come on, guys. No hard feelings. I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah, sure. You gotta play your game.
no.
Anyone else have anything? No. Once the votes are read, decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Mackenzie. One vote Mackenzie. Lexi. One vote Lexi. One vote Mackenzie. Rachel. One vote Rachel. One vote Lexi. One vote Mackenzie. Chris. One vote Chris. One vote Lexi. One vote Rachel. One vote Mackenzie. Chris. We have two votes, Chris. One vote Rachel. One vote Lexi. One vote Mackenzie. Rachel. We're tied. Two votes Rachel. Two votes Chris. Rachel. We got 3 votes Rachel. 2 votes Chris. We have a tie. Chris and Rachel. We're going to go and vote one more time. You can only vote for Chris or Rachel. Rachel and Chris, you cannot vote.
I thought that our tribe was the level-headed tribe, but clearly that is not the case.
Not a mind reader, but I'm assuming that's the way that the wind is blowing.
Once the vote's read, decision is final. First vote out will be absolutely the tribal council area immediately. I will read the votes. First vote, Rachel. One vote, Rachel. Rachel. We have 2 votes, Rachel. Rachel. We have 3 votes, Rachel. And the 4th person voted off is Rachel. I'll need you to bring up your torch. Rachel, the tribe is spoken. Well, for a tribe with tribe unity, 4 people got votes tonight. See you later.
If I had voted for Chris, he would have been gone and I would have lived to see another day, but honestly, I'm really glad that I'm done. I took no pleasure in like having to like play evil, and that wasn't fun for me. So I hope, Chris, you better win. I hope you win, Chris. That would be amazing if you won after all this. So thank you. Now let's go drink.